Two overs, so many runs, so many, such a pressure.
I think both of them are difficult games in the sense, if you see the Adelaide wicket, it's closer to the subcontinental wicket. The bowlers, they get a bit of reverse swing going and it stops and comes onto the bat. So it's not really easy to chase, unless the wicket remains good throughout. I felt, today in the first half, the wicket played much better, and in the second half, it got slower and slower. It was not really coming onto the bat, and they had an interesting field. They had the catching fielders throughout, and once you're chasing, you have to play percentage cricket in the sense you have to be careful as to, if you go down the order, if the middle order starts to come in, you can't really afford to play a big shots, and that's how we play our cricket. So, we got stuck a bit in the middle, but me and Gotham, we got going really well. It was a nice setup for the chase. Then I gave a wrong call to Gotham. He got out, and that really affected the result. But we saw quite a few ups and downs. But overall, quite happy with the 2 points that both the sides have got. Because they could have lost this game, we could have lost this game. So I think both the sides will be happy with 2 points.
What would you tell your batsmen if they bat on 50 overs, they don't get all out, and yet not go to 37?
Well, as I said, it's a difficult one. Wicket doesn't guarantee you a score saying, if you don't lose wickets, you'll get more than 250 odd runs. As I said, especially when you are chasing, you chase according to the amount of runs that's in the scorecard. You don't look to score 250 odd runs. If 236 is the target, so what you look to do is maybe get it in 48 or 49 over with 1 over to spare. And once the wicket gets slower and slower, the ball doesn't come onto the bat, then it becomes difficult to rotate consistently. You have to play big shots, but with big shots, there's risk of the batsman getting out. So it's a mix and a match. You have to be at your best, and I think this game we were set up really nicely. Once me and Gotham we started batting, we had a nice setup to win this game. But unfortunately, Gotham got out, and it was difficult for the lower order to come in and straight away rotate strike.
Yes, please.
Is there a concern that only you're the only person who can finish off matches, like Raina, Jadeja, these guys are not able to finish the matches? It's you who always do.
No, not really. If you see, Raina is someone who has done well, finishing off games, and to be consistent, you need to play more and more games. If you see, the only batsman, who's consistent batting down the order was Yuvraj Singh, once he came into the side. He was the only one, who was successful batting at number 6. Of course, he bats now at number 4, but, it's a very difficult position to bat. And, Raina has done decently well. You won't always get a chance to score big runs, but, that's a position where, if needed, you have to chip in with a 25 ball, 35 or 40 or situations like that, because normally you look to get the game closer and with one of the other batsmen who are set from the top 3 or 4, and then look to win the game. So
But you stay there at the end, and the theory is always the other guys play the shots. Have you thought of doing it the other way, where you play the big shots and Ryan or something guides the team at the end?
well, what's important is why to mend something that's not broken. Why do you want us to lose game? This is working for us, and hopefully from the other side also we'll start getting batsmen who stick and look to play the big shots once there's equal amount of pressure on the bowler also.
Mahinga, last ball, four runs required. Mahinga can bowl Yorkers and so. A, are you positive that you can get it? And B, what's going through your head? Do you pick areas down to hit here, or a length? If I get this length, I'll hit it there. Or it's just blank.
No, basically it's blank because if you predetermine as to this is the area where I'm looking to play a shot. With Malinga it's a very difficult action to pick, and he's someone who's really consistent with the line. He bowls Yorkers at will, and now you have variation. They bowl Yorkers at your toe, stumps, and then outside off also. So if you get set up for a ball that is supposed to be right on the stump, and if it bowls an outside off Yorker, it's a very difficult ball to hit. That's a ball that most of the lower order batsmen who slog really well find it difficult to hit consistently. So it's important to be blank, and you back yourself, because if you're not backing yourself to get those 4 runs, it will be tougher to get those 4 runs, because if you see Adelaide, it's very difficult to get a nick and goes in between the keeper and the third man. Slow outfield, it's very difficult. So you have to back yourself.